now let's take a quick look at the appearance palette and what it can do for us. Let's go ahead and find our appearance palette. It's simply found by going to Window and then clicking on Appearance. And this pops up. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull it over here so that we can see it. And let's go ahead and click on a particular object. When you click on it, it will now show us in the appearance palette what types of effects, fill, stroke, and what has been done to that particular object. Here you can see that there is a fill on it and there is no stroke. So let's go ahead and let's add a stroke. Let's go ahead and get a color here. We'll do it kind of that green color, and I'm going to increase the size. And as you can see, now that we have a stroke on there, it's showing us a 9-point stroke over in our appearance. Now let's say we wanted a stroke on top of a stroke. That can be done within our appearance palette by taking this stroke here and dropping it into the new this duplicate selected item. So what we've done is we've now duplicated that stroke. Let me go ahead and let me take this. Now that I'm selected on this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get a different stroke color, kind of this pink color, and I'm going to have it go to the outside. Let's see what happens here. And I'm going to take this stroke here and I'm going to have it go to the inside. And as you can see, we can continue to do this over and over and over again and create different stroke effects. Let's go ahead and put this one to the outside. Looks like it won't let me do that. So you get the idea here. You can see your different options that you have. You can play around in here. There's some other options. Some other buttons that I don't really use. I don't use this palette an awful lot, but it is helpful at times, especially when you don't know what types of objects have been applied or what type of strokes or different effects have been applied. For example, if I take and go Effect and let's go Stylize Round Corners. Let's preview that. And let's go ahead and increase that. Let's hit OK. Now you can see that on that particular stroke, there's this drop down here that a rounded corners has been applied. If I come and double click on this FX here, I can bring up that dialog box again and start editing the rounded corners. So if you need to get back to an effect, if you round the corners and you don't like the corners that you've rounded, you can come back here and make adjustments. So that's one of the things that I think is most applicable, is when you want to get back to the effects that you've done. Now lastly, I want to show you, I'm going to quickly just add add arrowheads to this line here. Okay, let's go ahead and click preview. It's way too big. Let's bring it down, hit OK. And as you can see, in our appearance palette, it is now showing me that there is an arrowheads effect on this. But let's say that I want the arrowhead to now, I want everything to become not just an effect, but I want the whole artwork to have the anchor points and everything. If you simply go up to Object, Expand Appearance, now you can see when I click on the object, that there is no effect on there anymore. The arrowhead's not there. It's no longer a line, or it's still a line, but it's been, if we want to make it so the stroke is outlined, remember we can go Path, Outline Stroke. Now this whole thing is its own piece of artwork that you can begin to edit. So that's a little bit about the appearance palette and what it can do. Not one again that I use a lot, but it's a good tip and a good tool to have in your belt.